And then something happened that was completely transformative for me. We were doing these child pornography investigations, and one of the kids from the video surfaced, and happened to surface right on the border where I was working.
Not long ago, a horrific video of a 5-year-old boy being sexually abused in the worst way was discovered by U.S. authorities. The boy and his 12-year-old sister, they had been kidnapped and they had been trafficked back and forth between the U.S. and Mexico.
Both were sex slaves to a monster of a man. Well, something happened. Divine providence stepped in, and it took place at the U.S.-Mexico border. The boy was seen by a U.S. official who knew who he was, identified the boy in the video.
It was the first time that I was actually seeing one of the kids from the videos. It was an American man who lived in the LA area. He had a big warehouse, and inside his warehouse was a house, like a residential home. And inside that home, there were cameras, hidden cameras everywhere, porn everywhere, toys everywhere. And he'd bring these kids in to desensitize them, and he'd make child rape videos. What's in the video? What's in it? How old is the guy in the video? Huh? 14. We got him a 14-year-old right here.
Yeah, 14 in the video.
All right. Yeah, have you the girl too? You've been a little girl? That's why I like little girl. You like little girl? You like little girl? What's the youngest little girl you've ever Yes. 10? 10 years old? Motherfucker! I sat across from these guys, as they told me about the children that they had been raping. And they laughed about it. And they laughed and they scoffed. And they said, you get to do it next. And it's horrifying, horrifying. Now this was on Super Bowl Sunday, and this is where the story gets very interesting.
On Super Bowl Sunday, a lot of Americans having little Super Bowl parties, hot wings, watching the big game. But a local nonprofit organization that fights human trafficking spent their Super Bowl weekend in Haiti.
I'm about to take the 11-year-old. I'm going to take your youngest.
Timothy Ballard and his team at Operation Underground Railroad worked undercover pretending to purchase young girls for sex. Ballard says the men sold him 20 minors as young as 11 years old.
It was Super Bowl Sunday, February 5th, 2017. We had set up this operation that what looked like it went flawless.
In Operation Underground Railroad, we always want to ensure that if these rescued children cannot go back to their parents, then they go into vetted safe houses, orphanages, rehabilitation centers. So our aftercare team, led by Ms. Jessica Mass, who is here with us today, spent weeks liaisoning with partners in Haiti, not just Guesno and his safe house, but others whose names cannot be shared now for their own protection.